Hi, everybody. It is a Sunday evening, May 25th, on this very busy Sunday evening across the Tennessee Valley. My good friend, meteorologist Bill Race, is in the studio. He's been on air live, so I'm here starting a digital stream to let you know on all of our platforms what's going on across the Tennessee Valley. We've had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, for a period tornado warnings, which Bill's been covering. Bill's been on the air covering this for over the past hour or so, and I'm here to get you through what's happening with these lines of storms coming in, because these are pretty intense out there coming in. The problem here is that these possess the possibility of producing some very damaging wind gusts. And we've already seen that potential with some of these just to the east. So let me point these out for you. And we're going to go over the warnings one by one here real carefully. You see this line right here where it's orange. This indicates where a storm has had past rotation. So that's a severe thunderstorm warning with a little bit higher priority there. Also severe thunderstorm warning, Hamilton and Bradley County. Let's start with this one, and we'll also go to that tornado warned storm in parts of DeKalb County. So again, Bill is on the air now. I'm providing this for you on our YouTube and other social media channels. You can see this line coming down pretty rapidly, and I'll show you the velocity scan coming up. But this severe thunderstorm warning out for Chattooga, Walker, Dade, parts of Catoosa, parts of Whitfield out to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock Eastern time. This could have wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour. It is moving east at about 40 miles an hour. And again, because it's had past rotation with it, potential for a tornado quickly spinning up. Not happening at the moment, but you need to seek shelter. You need to treat this severe thunderstorm warning as you would a tornado warning. Okay, it's that urgent with that. Also to the north of there, right in the heart of downtown, the northern part of the line, which is not quite as intense as the southern part, but I'll show you in the velocity scan, there is a big difference between this part and this part. But still, the severe thunderstorm warning out for parts of Hamilton and Bradley, that's going to go to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. Again, 60 mile an hour wind gusts with this one. Notice it's not outlined in orange. So mainly you're looking at damaging wind gusts with that one. The one in North Georgia, a little bit more priority because of how strong the winds have been. This tornado warning out for this part of DeKalb County, is going to remain in effect until the top of the hour. I believe it was out till 6:15 Central Time. Let me double check on that one. And then we'll also show you the velocity scan here. We'll just isolate to where just the tornado warnings are. Makes it a little bit easier in spotting these from the velocity point of view. There we go. That's that one out for DeKalb County at the moment. Let's check the expiration time. There have been so many of these warnings off. Yeah, it's up to 5:30. That's up about the next 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes for that tornado warning storm. It's the only one still locally at the moment for a tornado warning storm. But again, show you the velocity scan. There's still quite a bit of wind with these storms coming in. Okay, you look at the velocity scan now. Not too impressive there. Let me make sure we got 4 other scans on that also. There we go. You're looking at a really strong straight line wind potential there, just northwest of Fort Payne. And I want you to notice, as you go far north here, look at these wind gusts here. And I'll show you some of the wind speeds estimated above the surface. That's right along the spine of Lookout, going to McLemore's Cove there. So Kensington down to around the top of Lookout, and where it borders Chattooga County, these winds are quite strong. That goes all the way to right around Chickamauga with some strong wind gusts there also. So we got it paused. Let me show you just a little bit of wind potential there. This is just above the surface. You got wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour just above the surface. Same thing. This is over near the battlefield, upwards around 50. So this has a very strong wind gust potential as it rolls on through. That's the reason why these severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. Again, these are showing more straight line wind gust, and not seeing the rotation that we were a little bit earlier. If we zoom out just a bit, there were some pockets of some rotation there along that line, and they've dropped the tornado warnings, but the severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect. through portions of Dade, Walker, and northern Chattooga. Let's check the southern flank of this line. I'll show you again some of the wind speeds above the surface. We see that bright red. That's where some of these stronger gusts do exist. So we're still looking at 45, 50, and close to 60 miles an hour in spots. So this can cause damage just as much as a low-end tornado could. And again, folks, we got you on multi-platforms. Bill Race is live on the air on News Channel 9. I'm here doing the digital stream just to keep you updated. So we got all our platforms covered there. I was visiting my mother-in-law who's in the hospital, and close by, I noticed Bill was on the air and thought, well, if he's on the air, we got to get a digital stream started. So that's why I'm looking a little casual here, but we got, the show must go on. We got to keep folks updated. And the reason why I'm here at this platform and Bill is on the air covering this for you. So the strongest part of this line, and it's storming in areas north of the city also. The strongest part's right here, north of the city, to about Hickson, down to west of Lafayette, down to northwest of Somerville, and right over Fort Payne. That's the strongest line. You look at the path over the past hour. This seems to be where it's descending down to the southeast a little bit more. Strong wind gusts out ahead of it. And again, this would be a thunderstorm warning right here for all these counties. It's outlined in orange. There's a little higher priorities for your thunderstorm warning because of the potential of a quick spit up. Not seeing it at the moment. It looks to be straight line. But even with those straight line wind gusts, you need to treat it like you would a tornado warning. Gusts as high as 60, maybe 70 miles an hour being brought down to the surface with these storms. They are moving, I should add, moving to the east at about 40 miles an hour. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to minimize me. There we go. Let's see less of me, more of the radar. And we're going to track this line for you. I'm going to pause it here. And there's the outline of that warning one more time. Severe thunderstorm warning out to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. Catoosa, Chattooga, Walker, Whitfield. Leading edge of this line where the winds are the worst, moving east at 40. And there's an estimated timeline. All these are in Eastern time. Lafayette, the next few minutes already, you're probably feeling the wind by now in Lafayette. Somerville, 6:47. Chatsworth is far east around 7:11. Calhoun, Georgia, around 7:20. So again, it has the potential of damaging wind gust, heavy rain, and lots of lightning with that. And again, the tornado warning for DeKalb County, the velocity scan still looks like straight line wind gusts, but still that's out for the next 2 minutes. Again, respect the polygon, respect that it's there. We'll see if there's an extension. They've now put out an advisory for this northern part of Cherokee County, Alabama, and that's because of that storm coming in from DeKalb. So they may not extend that in the next 3 minutes there for the rest of DeKalb, but at the very least, strong wind gusts are coming through DeKalb County there. All right, in Hamilton and Bradley County, we'll track just this part. Hamilton and Bradley, this out to the top of the hour, 7 Eastern time, specifically for southern parts of Bradley, southern parts of Hamilton, the ones outlined in the polygon there. The movement of that line is to the east at 45. So we're going to track this leading edge right here. It's already raining here in Harrison where we are. We're just south of Harrison. Let me move out just a little bit more. Running out of real estate because it is moving. Again, the leading edge where the strongest wind gusts typically are. We'll track the state line. There you go. So it could go as far east as almost the Tennessee-North Carolina border. But here we go. Ottawa, that line is going to reach you in the next few minutes, 6:32. Heads up, heavy rain, lightning, heavy downpours of rain. And a lot of folks are out doing activities and the thunder roars head indoors. If you think they don't know or they don't have a Storm Track 9 app downloaded for radar, you want to call them. Say, hey, if you're out on the boat, you're out on the lake, out on the river, today, get off the river. If that's the pathway of where they're coming from, okay? Call them up. Ocoee, 659. Cleveland, around 647. 647, that heavy rain is going to reach you. Okay? Grassy Creek into Polk County, 725 Eastern. Now, if we do a quick velocity scan here, most of this appears to be straight line winds with this. There does appear to be a little bit there, suspect little rotation in that storm near Fort Oglethorpe. That's right, where that severe thunderstorm warning is. Let's take a look at that. We'll go straight to velocity scan. Heads up, you're under this severe thunderstorm warning at Fort Oglethorpe, right along Highway 2 to Ringgold. Let's stay in a safe place. That has a potential there for possible spin up there. We're going to keep watching that for you. Again, you're already under severe thunderstorm warning, but let's keep an eye on that. That specifically, over to west side, Fort Oglethorpe, west side looks to be cross street over to Max Smith Road. And then just south of East Ridge, let's just keep an eye on that part of that cell right there. South of there, it appears to be mainly straight line winds with that. These are all straight line wind gusts. But again, those gusts, 60 miles an hour or more coming through. We'll keep an eye right in there from East Ridge, Brookfield Estates area. We're looking at this area right in here. Sorry, I mean to move that for you. Right in there. Keep an eye on that. That's around right around 27 to Highway 2, moving east. See Wayne talk about Boynton getting hammered right now. Wayne, stay safe there in Boynton. That's where I've got circled for you there on the radar. It seems to be a pretty intense part of the storm right there. You are under severe thunderstorm warning, but it's always get to a safe place. I'd always say treat it like you would a tornado warning. But stay safe there, Wayne. Paul says raining heavily in Rock Spring. We're going to keep an eye on the severe thunderstorm warning right there. To the south, yeah, that tornado warning DeKalb County has now expired. But along this line, and we're watching that northern part of the line right there, but straight line wind gusts appear to be very dangerous. Somerville to Lafayette, eventually Ringgold toward Varnell. And that's a severe thunderstorm warning till 7 o'clock Eastern time. But again, tornadoes are possible along that line. Potential quick spin up there along that line. That's the reason why it's outlined in orange, a bit of a higher priority there. And you can see that on the velocity scan just a little bit there. Very broad rotation there. So we're going to keep an eye on this area here from Fort Oglethorpe over to just north of Ringgold, Indian Springs. Viewer mentioned Boynton area. Mandy says Ringgold is noisy and heavy rain. Kate says I'm off Max Smith. Hang on one second. Max Smith is raining heavily and we are in a safe place. Good, good. Ashley says right in the middle of this storm, it's horrible outside. Stay in that safe place. Okay. It's imperative. Lowest level of your house, away from windows, like a hallway, closet, bathroom, interior part of your house. Nowhere safe in a mobile home. Nowhere safe is upstairs. Lowest level. And we're going to keep you updated on this one. So most specifically with this part of the storm right there, west side, Cinderella Hills, Cross Street, Pine Grove, and where it borders into East Ridge. And all these areas are under severe thunderstorm warning. So intense winds with this, heavy rain, but again, this could be bringing downburst winds, but also, velocity scan, a little bit of broad rotation there with the storm. Down to our Burning Bush and south, it is more straight line winds and intense straight line winds at that. Let me just give you a little bit of example here. But I'll take the warnings off for just a second. If we just analyze more of these storms here. These are winds just above the surface. That little purple shade at 60. So Lafayette, you got gusts coming your way around 60. Same thing toward Rock Spring. These are just above the surface, which could get to the surface with any downburst gusts there. Same thing to the south, little pockets of strong winds. That's right along the Chattooga-Walker County border right there, close to 60 miles an hour. And there are the warnings still in effect right there. I'll leave this radar loop going for just a second. All right. Let people in the newsroom know what's going on. All right. So again, we're watching this line of storms, pretty intense squall line moving through that's got intense wind potential there. Pretty strong there from Fort Oglethorpe to Indian Springs to just north of Ringgold. We've been kind of focusing on this area. Yeah, I'm back, guys. I had to run tell the newsroom something. It's this live. I could turn my camera off, but it's too complicated. All right. Gina says bad in Lafayette right now. Fort Oglethorpe, flickering and intense winds, thunder, lightning. Thank you, Joyce. Sarah says, I'm near I-24 Germantown. Power came out, went off, but it's back on like 20 seconds later. That's good. All right, reflectivity scan shows you one more time. Here's what's happening. Areas north of the city, this particular part of the storm here from Pikeville to Spring City over to Athens. I don't mean to leave you out. I want to do that, but these are a little less intense. It's raining, there's lightning, and I've always said the thunder roar is go indoors. A lot of folks out on the lake, near Watts Bar and Tennessee River, you need to call them, tell them to get off the river if they haven't already done so. Check on your friends and neighbors who have been out today. Lightning is a big threat. This is more of a wind gust potential upwards of around 40 miles an hour. Actually, this is more down to 30 miles an hour. So it's a little less intense, that line. I don't want to leave any of you folks out with this coverage here. I just want to let you know that, okay? Most intense line is right now rolling through Bradley and Hamilton. And someone just asked about Ottawa, and Ottawa is reaching you right now. Mainly gusty wind, rain, and lightning. But you go south of the state line, this is where it gets pretty intense. I mean, right on the state line. You go East Ridge south to Ringgold, you got a strong wind gust potential right there, moving right through that part of Catoosa County, about to head toward the border of Whitfield County. This area under this orange severe thunderstorm warning, as I mentioned, pretty high priority one because of the potential for a quick spin up. And again, that damage potential of 60, 70 mile an hour wind gust is pretty strong there. Okay. This goes all the way down to about Fort Payne, where this was a tornado warned storm. It seems to be now more straight line wind. But that's out till 5:45 Central. That's 6:45 Eastern time. Again, for those of you folks watching on News Channel 9 and Fox Chattanooga, Bill Race has been on the air covering that an hour and a half or so, a long time as this line was approaching Franklin and Marion County. He's been on a long time, and he's going to be back on there on air. I'm here providing you the streaming coverage here. Let's go and take a look at the velocity scan again. This is showing you reflectivity, the rain, the lightning. Let's go and take a look at the velocity scan. And you can see where you see these red, little light purple, pink pockets there. Those are wind gust potential 60 to 70 miles an hour from Ringgold southward to about Rock Spring, down to Lafayette. Pretty intense winds there. And the same thing right around Tryon. See that little pocket of pink right there? I'll pause that for just a second. Wind gust potential there. Well, take the warning off. It is severe thunderstorm warning, but I'm going to take that off just for a second. You can see these a little bit better. When you see it through an orange filter of that warning, it makes it harder to see. But I don't want you to lose, the information that there's a warning. That's close to 60 mile an hour gusts above the surface. Very intense winds. They can bring down tree limbs, lose power. And down toward Fort Payne, that area is a little less intense there, dropping just to the southeast of Fort Payne. It's approaching Somerville now. Again, you're looking at the velocity scan, showing you the intense winds with that. A lot of lightning with it, too. Look at that pocket right near 41 on the Catoosa-Whitfield County line. Again, that's about a pocket of 60 mile an hour wind gust potential. It seems to be more straight line. There's kind of a ragged, broad rotation area that's kind of keep an eye on there, moving through Ringgold to Fort Oglethorpe. It seems to be kind of widening a bit, but that's one area we've been really watching down Highway 2. Let's see, Joey in Tryon says 6:38 p.m. We're getting hammered, power flickering. And that's right where that little pocket of strong wind gust was. So, Joey, stay in that safe place till we give you the all clear there in Chattooga. All right. Elizabeth says power out in Chattanooga. Nikki says it's ugly in Lafayette right now. I bet it is. You can see right there, this is where the intense winds are. You go from southern Catoosa, western Whitfield, down to about Lafayette, as we just mentioned, down to about Tryon, that we just mentioned. That's where the worst wind is. That's where it's the worst right now. Now, someone did ask, and it's a good question, but I want to ease your mind. Someone asked me, hey, what's this purple over near Swanee? It's fine. That's just a little bit, what we call attenuation, a little bit of clutter showing up on the velocity scan. It's nothing, okay? So this is okay. That's okay right there, okay? It's good you asked that question. Now, we went to the north a bit. I just want to show you one more time. The wind gust potential here to the north, say Spring Creek, Dayton, Sale Creek, Dayton, Spring City, Pikeville, Athens, Decatur. Wind gust potential around 30 to 40. A lot of rain, a lot of lightning. Stay inside. These are not severe, but I don't want you to feel left out there. I know I'm not as much a high priority on it. It's simply because these are a little stronger to the south. All right, so go to the current warnings at the time. This is still out. Both of these at the top of the hour, probably be an extension with time. That is out for Hamilton and Bradley till 7 o'clock Eastern time. This line of storms moving to the east at 45. I'll do a tracker for you coming up momentarily. And again, we've got this slightly higher priority severe thunderstorm warning for this entire line that goes down between Catoosa, Whitfield. It's on the border there to the north. And still southern parts of Walker and northern parts of Chattooga in that polygon out to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. There'll probably be an extension of these with time. I'm going to track this northern part first. All right, this will be crossing the state line within the hour. So Cleveland, you're getting the rain right now. Heavy rain, strong wind gusts coming your way. Right now, Ocoee around 7 o'clock, top of the hour. Benton around 7:06. As far east as Turtletown, around 7:27. For that part of Polk County, folks have been on the Hiwassee River today. Check on them, call them, say, hey, time to get off the river. Time to get off, get back to your vehicle, because that line of storms will be coming in inbound within the next 30, 45 minutes. Okay. And even that, a lightning threat drawing closer. It's holiday weekend. Folks are out enjoying themselves. And it's been one of those weekends where you get a little sunshine. You want to get out there and enjoy yourself. I understand that, but you want to do so safely. So again, Reliance area, Hiwassee, folks get off the river there. Same thing out on Parksville Lake in Ocoee, near Ocoee in Polk County. Let's go back to the velocity scan because it's the wind that's really vicious with this. I'm going to take the warning polygon off, and you can almost pick out exactly where these worst winds are. Look at Tunnel Hill. Look at that right there. Little pocket right there. That's right. 201 and 75. Some strong wind gusts, just give me but 45 to 50 possibly near the surface. Do one more quick scan on that, shall we? One more time. Okay. Large pocket of lightning south of Ringgold. Down to Lafayette, Kensington, Chickamauga. It's lighting up over Walker right now. And it'll show you the progress of the lightning there moving through. And also can see how that strong wind gust line is pivoting southeast. It's kind of southeast and then east. Okay. So it's kind of diving down and now heading more this direction. But you can see from southern Catoosa, southern Walker, northern Chattooga, that's where that's heading. So heads up in Dalton, heads up in Calhoun. Let's do a tracker on that for you, shall we? That's moving east about 40. I'm going to track the leading edge of the wind. Tracking the leading edge of the wind right there. All right. Movement over the next hour. Dalton around 6:53. Sugar Valley 7:04. Redbud around 7:22. Ellijay, as far as Ellijay, 7:42. So it's going to make a lot of progress over the next hour. So Dalton, in the next few minutes, just be prepared. Strong wind gusts coming your way, and along with heavy rain. There we go. There's that pocket right there near Somerville. They just upgraded that to a tornado warning. And we got tornado warning out for southeastern Walker, northeastern Chattooga. So it's not the entire county of Walker, even though you are under severe thunderstorm warning. But it's for this storm right there. We're going to show you right where that pocket is. I'm going to read you the text here. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Subligna, about 9 miles northeast of Somerville, moving southeast at 40. This is Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. And you clearly see where that is. This is a Doppler radar rotation right there. This is coming out of that severe warned storm that's moved near Tryon. It is to the east of Tryon at the moment. It is to the west of Sugar Valley. That storm moving southeast at 40 miles an hour. This warning, this is a tornado warning out to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. Maggie, extreme southeastern Walker and northeastern Chattooga and north central Floyd. So that little spur of Floyd that goes to the east of Chattooga. Yeah, that tornado warning out. So Doppler radar indicated warning out till 7 o'clock. Beadham is right here. Everett Springs is right here. Here's Farmersville. A lot of rural area through here, but nevertheless, there's that warning. It's now east of Highway 27. Everett Springs is here, and here's Sugar Valley. And where are we watching with this? We're looking at a velocity scan. You are looking right there. Right there. So this is what we talked about, the quick spin-ups along the line. You can get that. And you can clearly see it there in the velocity scan where the potential is. And this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. So there may not be one on the ground. We certainly hope not. But because of the radar indications, that's why the National Weather Service in Peachtree City being proactive, issuing these warnings. So this is for, I'll point this out, far extreme Walker County. So it's not being the entire county. You are under severe thunderstorm warning. But it's right here, far southeastern Walker, south of Suttles Mill, this northeastern corner of Chattooga, from Farmersville to about the Beadham area, and just west of Everett Springs, and then far northern spur of Floyd. Here's Gordon County over here. So heads up in Sugar Valley, Reeves, area of Gordon, as that moves to the southeast at 40. This is where a potential tornado is. It is east of Highway 27, moving to the east there in northeastern Chattooga County. Looking elsewhere along that line, that's where the main rotation appears to be. The rest of it appears to be more straight line wind gust with that. We'll take a few of the There we go. Let the warning polygons off for a second. You can see it there a little bit better. Strong, broad rotation there in northeastern Chattooga County. That tornado warning out till 7 o'clock Eastern. Again, it's not for the entire county of Walker, mainly for the southern part. We're going to pause it. Let's go take a deep dive into the velocity scan here. Again, it still seems to be right between Farmersville, Beetham, and just west of Everett Springs, just to the east of Highway 27 in Chattooga County. Right there. And that's moving more to the southeast at about 40 miles an hour. Let me do a quick track on that for you. For you folks downstream in that northern part of Floyd, but especially Gordon County. Okay? So we'll track this part of the storm for you. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more because it's hauling. All right? It's a fast mover. That's why you got to get to a safe place because of how fast these things move. Zoom out a little bit more. So heads up into the southwestern part of Gordon County. Okay, as that storm moves eastward, we already have that part of northern Floyd under tornado warning, but be aware in that part of Gordon, it'll probably pass near 75, about 7:10, 7:15 Eastern, around the extreme southern part of Gordon, central and southern, staying on that path, okay? And we're tracking this tornado-warned storm there in northeastern Chattooga. Looks to me it kind of came together right just to the east of Tryon. And show you in relation to the rest of the viewing area. Again, that's the only area under a tornado warning at the moment. There are other severe thunderstorm warnings that extend farther to the southeast. Chattanooga and Bradley County now out of severe thunderstorm warnings. It's still, raining heavily, but it appears to be this area from northern Whitfield down to Chattooga and heading southeast. This is the most intense part of the line right now. Okay, that's the most intense part of the line. The area right here near Decatur to Athens, north of Cleveland, it's windy. Don't get me wrong, and I don't mean to leave people out. It is windy. A lot of lightning, but not as intense as this line is. That's why we're kind of squarely more focused here than we are up to the north. I don't want anybody feel left out, okay? But again, you see the tornado warning banner, and it's simply because we're going to isolate that to just that one warning there, as you can see right there. This is the one warning out for Chattooga. The potential rotation is right there along the Chattooga-Floyd County line, right here. Not far from Everett Springs. Okay, here is an update from the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. Let me read that to you. Once it stops blinking. When it blinks, they're giving us an update. So this is as a few moments ago. Tornado warning remains in effect till 7 Eastern for north central Floyd and northeastern Chattooga County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Jericho, or 14 miles south of Winchester, moving east at 40. Again, these are all towns in Georgia, not Winchester, Tennessee. This is tornadoes over Jericho in Chattooga County, or 14 miles south of Winchester, moving east at 40. So that part of Walker County no longer under that tornado warning. Okay. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Locations impacted could include Lake Marvin area. It is still moving east at 40 miles an hour. So very broad rotation. You can see it right there. Right in here. Not quite as pronounced as it once was. Still, top of the hour. Let's keep an eye on that. There it goes. It's right on the, appears to be right on the Chattooga-Floyd County line. Area wide. I want to show you what's happening out there. And notice we kind of split in two directions here. We have this cluster of storms here. This one from about the state lines, South Bradley County, down about here. This is number 2. More of a southeast movement with that, more of an easterly movement with this. So in parts of Monroe, parts of Cherokee, that'll start coming your way. This is not quite as severe here, but this is from Cleveland and especially from Dalton to Calhoun to Rome, about to potentially move in. There's that one tornado warning part along the Chattooga and Floyd County line. So you can see the reflectivity, rain, lightning, and then going down to the south toward Villanelle, Sugar Valley, down around Somerville. Check this other screen here. All right. So let me show you the velocity scan because this shows you a lot of the pockets of wind gusts. We're going to focus on the severe thunderstorm warning here, north of Dalton, Chatsworth, all the way down to Rome. And then we're going to focus also on this tornado warning here. So that's reflectivity. Let's go to velocity. And this shows you a little bit better where the worst winds are. Now, we've been focusing on this potential rotation where that tornado warning is in effect near Everett Springs and right along that northern spur of Floyd to be right here. So heads up Sugar Valley. You're under severe thunderstorm warning. You can also see where these pockets of stronger wind gusts are. This is near Hill City. Pause that for a second. Near Hill City. Right along 136. Wind gust potential above the surface is at 70 miles an hour. So be aware that's a pocket of some very strong wind gusts right there along 136 to Hill City, just west of Resaca. And in around Dalton, some very strong wind gusts there moving through. There's movement over the past hour. I'll point out some of these pockets for you. North of Phelps, in and around Dalton, about Rocky Face. And again, this could easily knock down, lose power at 60 mile an hour gusts there above the surface. 65 to the south. So punch of wind coming through. And then north, the pockets are a lot weaker. So you're not quite as, this is why they did not extend the severe thunderstorm warning over Bradley and Hamilton. Because if you look at this above the surface, these are a little bit lower. That's what you want to see. Lower above the surface. So 30 to 40. So you can still get some gusts there with the rain and lightning. It's a big threat, but the gusts are a little bit weaker. The strongest ones, again, you clearly see where you have the bright red, those pockets of pink. That's what's really bad there. And we'll see about any extension in these warnings at about 7 o'clock. But again, the main tornado warning still remains in effect for that northern part. They just extended into Gordon County. All right, southwestern Gordon, where we tracked that a few minutes ago. Now you're under tornado warning for this same storm. So this is for northern Floyd and southwestern Gordon. This is a new tornado warning. It's an extension of that warning, which is now over Floyd County. Let me read you the text by the National Weather Service, okay? Move the microphone over. This is a new tornado warning out now for northeastern Floyd, southwestern Gordon until 7:15 Eastern time. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Everett Springs, or about 9 miles west of Calhoun, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado rotation, but Calhoun, Plainville, Everett Springs, and Oostanala, that could be moving your way. I'll do a tracker on it here momentarily. Begin the Doppler radar indicated tornado right over Everett Springs, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. Rotation would be right about here. I'll zoom in so you can see Everett Springs. It's right over that northern part of Floyd. But it seems to be right in this area where it's already into the border area of Gordon County. I'll pause it. And right in here, Curryville, Everett Springs, right in there, that potential tornado. And moving southeast at 30. So it's right along the Chattooga and Floyd County line, just southwest of Sugar Valley. Sugar Valley not in this polygon, but boy, it's just a smidgen south of you. Be aware, okay? But here's Calhoun. Here's Reeves. Here's the I-75 corridor right there. Here's McDaniels, Reeves, Plainville. Now let's do a tracker on it for you. I might have to zoom way out because, as I mentioned before on a tracker, it is haul in. So I'm going to move it right there. You see the rotation right there on the county border. Get my cursor right there. Okay. So we're going to track where that worst part of the rotation is. So it'll pretty much basically move through that southwestern corner of Gordon. So Plainville 704, that's in the next 2 to 3 minutes. That's almost right over you at the moment. Adairsville 716, Gum Springs, which you're kind of getting out of Gordon County there, and all the way down, way out by 753. So let's heads up in the southwestern corner of Gordon County. Very broad rotation there, but take this very seriously. Get to a safe place till this passes on by. At the very least, very strong wind gusts, but indications with the rotation there, it can easily cause a possible tornado. Calhoun, you are in that polygon right there, right on the edge, and it's just west of you, right on 156, Georgia Highway 156. And here's Highway 41 and the 75 corridor right here. There's Oostanala. And we're watching right here, east of Everett Springs, Oostanala, Reeves in that warning, and just to the west of Calhoun, Georgia. Okay, we'll come back to that momentarily. Here is a whole overview, the entire viewing area. The intense part is south of the state line, rapidly moving south and east. Yeah, they just popped a new warning. Let me go back. All right, folks, new tornado warning here, which is going to include southern parts of Murray County. There we go. This is for Gordon and Murray County. This is a new tornado warning out for southwestern Murray and central Gordon County. All right, reading the text from the National Weather Service here. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Tilton, or about 7 miles southeast of Dalton, moving southeast at 40 miles an hour. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning, But again, a quick spin up is possible as that line moves south and east. So near Tilton at the moment, moving southeast at 40. So it's a new severe thunderstorm warning out till 7:15 Eastern for more specifically southwestern Murray and central Gordon County. Whitfield not included in that as that part of the storm is just right along the county border. You see it right there. There's potential rotation there. And we'll zoom in just a little bit closer for you so you can see. Here's the 225, Georgia 225 corridor right here. And there's that potential rotation. I'll circle it for you. Right there. Just west of 225. Again, this is Doppler radar indicated tornado warning for southwestern Murray and central Gordon. It is moved. The worst part of the storm is out of Whitfield. Okay, it's out of Whitfield. The gust that you're getting between Dalton and Chatsworth are pretty intense, right along 76. Not part of the tornado warning. Still a severe thunderstorm warning. Still stay in a safe place. But that's where that potential rotation is right there. About to cross 225 and then move through the rest of the area south of Chatsworth and just to the northeast of Calhoun. Speaking of Calhoun, here again is that tornado warned storm. It's right along Georgia 156. Potential rotation right there, just west of Calhoun. Just west of Calhoun. Here's Highway 41, 75 right here. That tornado warning out here till 7:15 for that part of Gordon. So you got two tornado warnings, one for southwestern Gordon, one for the far northeastern part of Gordon. Here's Georgia 156 right here. Dakota, south of Sugar Valley. From Oostanala to Calhoun, this is where the storm is bearing down on with the potential of a tornado. This is Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. That warning out till 7:15 Eastern. And then to the north, another tornado warned storm. Watching this potential right here. South of Keith's Mill, but none of Whitfield is in the warning. It's primarily into southern Murray and then north central Gordon County. That out till 7:15, roughly the next 8 minutes. Again, these are all Doppler radar indicated tornado warnings, but again, this could be potential for a tornado. And then here into Gordon County. Again, that broad rotation. Very ragged now, more ragged looking, but still there's that potential there from Calhoun to McDaniels to Reeves. Here's what appears to be Rome Road Southwest, running southwest of Calhoun, right along 156. Okay. So this warning out till 7:15. We'll see if they extend that with time. But again, Doppler radar indicated rotation, so be aware of a potential tornado there. To the east, I mentioned Georgia 225. There it is right there. Again, got that rotation here. Again, these are all not confirmed on the ground. These are Doppler radar indicated tornado warnings. But again, if you're in the polygon area, anywhere in this polygon area, Ramhurst, down to west of Petersburg, in Gordon County, get to a safe place till we give you the all clear here, okay? It's right in here, right almost along, paralleling 225 right there, Georgia Highway 225, and that part of southern Murray. This is well south of Chatsworth. Chatsworth is right here. Keith's Mill's right here. It's all south of here, and it's moving southeast. So it's not moving towards you. No, it's moving this way. Okay. And here's that still broad rotation there. It's now still pretty pronounced there in and around Calhoun. And they just had an update on that warning. You see how fast it's moving. Let's get this update here from the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, Atlanta. So again, latest update on severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:15 for southwestern Gordon. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is right over High Top. That's High Top, Georgia, not High Top, Alabama. We have so many repeating names in states. 17 miles. It's moving southeast at 35. So again, this is for southwestern Gordon County. Calhoun, Oostanala could be impacted by this one as it moves to the east. Excuse me, moving southeast at 35. I said east, southeast at 35. Trying to read a whole bunch of text all at once. You can see broad rotation up to Oostanala, Calhoun, approaching the Highway 41, US 41, 75 right here. Here's Rome Road Southwest, Georgia Highway 53, and Georgia Highway 156 right there in that part of Gordon. So that's out still till 7:15. Again, watching this tornado warned storm seems to be more of a very broad area to watch. Trying to get it to pause. My computer's like, no, I'm not going to pause for you, Dave. It's like, I can't do that, Dave. All right, there we go. So potential, it seems to be more straight line there, but still about 225 and 411. This part of Murray County, that's where, Doppler radar indicated rotation was. A little bit more pronounced there as it moves to the south and east, but still that warning's out till 7:15 for this part of Murray and Gordon County. Next few minutes. And then, of course, we've got this tornado warned storm here. It's in and around Calhoun now. Calhoun to Oostanala. There it is there to McDaniels. Still some very ragged broad rotation, almost right around 41 to 75. And that is moving to the southeast, almost right along the 75 corridor. It's really outpacing that polygon there a bit. Yeah, these are the two warnings we're watching right now. This is south of Chatsworth. This is right over Calhoun to the southwestern part of Gordon. Thanks everybody for watching, and I know we're focused squarely on these counties here in North Georgia because that's where the tornado potential is, high priority. Once these expire or have an update in the next 3 minutes, we'll look at the entire viewing area. Okay, I'm not meaning to leave anybody out. Okay. Again, folks, this is over Georgia. Someone asked me what state. This is Calhoun, Georgia, not Calhoun, Tennessee. Just so we know. I'm glad you asked that question. Okay. There's that right there at Calhoun. They've just extended this tornado warning. Once it stops blinking, we'll get you the update on that real quickly. This is going to include a larger part of southern Gordon County. All right, here we go. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Oostanala or right near Calhoun, moving southeast at 40. Again, this still is Doppler radar indicator rotation. This is moved to the southeast at 40. That warning out for that part of southern Gordon County, southwestern Gordon County, out till 7:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Eastern time. And I'm going to show you again where that appears to be. It's right over Calhoun. It's a very broad area. Right in here. You can see as it moved from here to here, So that does include the I-75 corridor, basically from Adairsville to Calhoun. I believe they put the mile markers here too. Did they do that in this warning? Sometimes they do. But Calhoun, Adairsville, Sonoraville in the path of this Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Out till 7:30. This tornado warning storm out the next 1 minute. The area of concern is right here. It appears to be more straight line now, but let's all hold that because, again, stay a safe place till this passes on by. And then we got, of course, Gordon County here, right along 41 now. Potential rotation there. Let me check this other screen over here for a second. Got several screens going on here. This one in effect till 7:30. They expired the other one in northern Gordon. Okay. We'll come back to that tornado warning storm near Calhoun. So that is the only tornado warning at the moment. Severe thunderstorm warning here, kind of extended. It's a very long one from Chatsworth to Rome. That's out till 7:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Eastern. So wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour and nickel-sized hail possible. That line is moving southeast at 40 miles an hour. And again, we got that rotation, that warm part of the storm near Calhoun. This is where the worst weather is, right here. Dalton, the worst of it's past you, okay? Still lightning at Dalton, but the worst is past you. Lafayette, the worst is past you. Tryon, the worst is past you. Somerville is mostly now to your east. Chickamauga is to your east. Ringgold is way off to your east. Cleveland's to your east. Chattanooga's looking good. Saudi Daisy looking good. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody knows who's in the clear at the moment, okay? These storms here, and I've been meaning to get back to these: Spring City, Decatur, Athens, Etowah. It's loud. And I know you're thinking, Dave, show me the radar. I'm sorry. I've been trying to focus on those other storms, which we still are, but all of these are not severe. They're noisy. A lot of lightning. Stay inside and wait 30 minutes since the last visible lightning strike or the last audible clap of thunder before going back outside. Or that you can count 30 seconds between lightning strike and clap of thunder before going back outside, okay? But all these areas is mainly rain, lightning, and some occasional gusts, but not severe, okay? But it's these areas to the south where it is a bit stronger. Crandall area, not under severe thunderstorm warning. Pretty rough there. Still some strong wind gusts rotating through right along 411. And once you go from Crandall to Chatsworth, that's where that line is extending into Gilmer County. And then we got the worst part of this storm right along in near Calhoun, down to south of Murchie. Somerville, you're looking good. You're much better. Lightning still a threat. Rome, that line just reaching you. Let's go to that tornado warning storm there in Gordon County. Here's a warning out till 7:30 for southwestern Gordon and central Bartow. The potential rotation right there near Reeves. Reeves and to about McDaniels, this area. Oh, goodness gracious. I chose the wrong cursor there. Right on, bounded by 75 right there. Okay. As that moves to the south and east. So it looks to be just south of Calhoun. It's south of Redbud. I had someone ask me about Redbud currently. That's out till 7:30. We'll keep an eye on that. One more look at the entire viewing area. I've had people ask me about Northern Murray. Um, the northern part of Murray, if you live near Crandall to Cisco, is not under severe thunderstorm warning. It doesn't mean the winds aren't gusty. In fact, I'll show you the velocity scans, a pretty nasty wind gusts moving through there. But the warning is from Chatsworth south, north of Chatsworth, all this area not under a warning. However, along 411, Highway 2 over to Cisco, rain, lightning, but again, not severe. Okay. And from here near Chatsworth, some very strong gusts here showing up. You can see where it's pink shading, upwards of 60 miles an hour possible. It's right along 411, moving east along 76, heading into the mountains. And strong wind gusts moving through Gordon County, north of Calhoun. It's right here, right along 156 up to the county line with Murray. And then, of course, we got the rotation, the Doppler radar indicated tornado warning here from near Calhoun, south of Calhoun to about McDaniels and the Reeves area. And that's where that warning remains in effect until 7:30. That is the only tornado warning at the moment, okay? Here's an overview of the entire viewing area. We'll be keeping an eye on more showers and storms for later this evening. Bill Race will be tracking those for you. I'll show you a quick look at the high-res model for this evening. People wonder about that next line coming in. So here we go. This takes us to around 8:30, 8:45. Storms are exiting to the east. To the west, yeah, things pick up a little bit. So around midnight, 11 p.m. to midnight, more showers and storms coming in. And thundering till about 2, 3 a.m. to the east. Okay. And severe thunderstorm watches remain in effect. Some counties have been taken out, but it's mainly from the city and south. These tornado watches are, or excuse me, severe thunderstorm watch, misspoke, till midnight Eastern time. All of our viewing areas shaded in pink. That's out to midnight as we watch that second line coming in for much later this evening after the 9, 10 o'clock hour. And here again, we're watching McDaniels to Blackwood area. That part of Gordon County still. That storm plows on through. Potential for rotation there. That's out till 7:30. Looks like here, just southeast of McDaniels, right in here, right along the Bartow and Gordon County lines. It's crossing 75. Thank you to all those watching tonight on our live stream. Bill Race is in the studio on air. He's been on air most of the afternoon. I was visiting my mother-in-law in the hospital and saw him on air, and I was close by. So I thought, well, let's go start this stream, help him out here. So we're got team coverage here this early evening, watching these storms moving on through. Or watching that Doppler radar indicator rotation there. Looks to be now south of Calhoun along 75 and 41. And just to show you a broad overview of the entire viewing area at the moment, for the next while, Chattanooga, Lafayette, Saudi Daisy, everything's moving away. These storms here are not severe. As they move to the east, they're pretty loud from Decatur to Athens, Inglewood over to Tellico Plains, Sweetwater, but lightning's the main problem. Of course, rain also. And now Polk County and Cherokee County getting the rain. Again, these are not severe here. But for you folks in Murphy and Hot House area along 64, get some heavy downpours of rain. I hope people have gotten off the river there in the Hiwassee River. I know it's busy on a holiday weekend. Hopefully they heeded the warning there. Not under a warning from Crandall to Chatsworth. That's pretty rough. A lot of wind, a lot of rain with that moving to the east. About to move east of 411. Then you got the severe thunderstorm warning remain in effect from west of Ellijay to Ranger to Calhoun. And again, that tornado warned storm south of Calhoun I'll go back to that radar coming up. This goes all the way down to Rome. Rome now just getting the leading edge of the rain. Again, you're under the severe thunderstorm warning. I believe that's out till 7:30 Eastern. It is. Wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour and some quarter-size hail with this squall line coming through there in that part of Floyd County. So it's time to go inside for a while. There have been no other tornado warnings along that line. Doesn't mean it won't be. But when you see a severe thunderstorm warning outline in orange like this, that's indicating that potential is there for a quick spin up like we're seeing right here. So I'll go back to that tornado warning storm there near in Gordon County. Looks to be very ragged. Moving here, right there. That's Highway 140 into Bartow County, right along the Gordon-Bartow County line. Okay. So we'll see if they extend that in the next 5 minutes. They expired the other one that was in northern Gordon County, but you can still see some pretty nasty wind gust. South of Chatsworth, to about LJ, I'll point this out. Those little pockets of red and pink, that's where you got those stronger gusts right there. Okay. And gusts above the surface at 60. So the higher terrain there, as that starts moving up over the mountains there in western Gilmer, that's going to cause some strong gusts there. Could cause some damage. Nasty pockets of wind. That's why that severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect there. Strong winds all the way up and down this line. And then there's that potential for rotation there, which you can see right here. All right, along the Gordon-Bartow County line. So it's well southeast of Calhoun now. Just maybe it's a smidge east of the 75 corridor. And that warning out here till 7:30 Eastern, so the next 4 minutes. And just to show you, that's the only warning locally at the moment. Tornado warning, that is. But these are moving away very rapidly. You can clearly see right in here. Potential for. This is a Doppler radar indicated rotation, so not, we'll have to see if there are any confirmation on the ground or anything there. There's the overview of the entire viewing area. Things are in the clear for now in Chattanooga. Cleveland, things are now to your east and north, moving away. Lafayette looking good. Dalton has moved east of you. Somerville, Trian's all moved east of you. Calhoun is about to move more southeast of you. Probably still getting a lot of lightning there. Fort Payne is now southeast of you. Scottsboro is well east of you. Mount Eagle, Swanee, Tracy City, Dunlap, Pikeville, up to Crossville. Things are trending away, calmer for at least a little while. We'll keep an eye on any more storms to the west for later this evening. Bill Ray, so I'll keep you updated on that on Fox Chattanooga News Channel 9 tonight. Going to the north a bit, and we'll go back to that tornado warning storm at Calhoun. We'll see if they hold that warning. Tellico Plains up to Sweetwater. These areas along 411, it is noisy out there, but again, gusts potential 30 to 40. It's staying below severe levels, but time to stay inside. A lot of lightning, heavy downpours of rain there, but again, none of these are severe as they stay below severe levels. And then Polk County to Cherokee County, North Carolina. Again, heavy downpours of rain and lightning, though not severe. Most of Bradley County, things have moved out. You're still hearing thunder in Bradley County, but it's moving away from you. It's both north and east of you. Chatsworth, things are improving for you. Still a lightning threat, but the worst of it's now moving east toward Blue Ridge. This part of Fannin and Gilmer and Murray not under a warning, but be advised, heavy rain and lightning is a threat and some strong wind gusts there. And they've extended this warning for this squall line onto areas outside of our viewing area. But I'll go back to that tornado warning storm there near Gordon County. It appears that rotation appears to be now well into Bartow County. So around the Adairsville area, that's about to expire in the next minute. We'll see if they extend that. They've already extended a severe thunderstorm warning for that area east into the mountains. We'll see it. We'll hold it here until they allow that to expire. You can see clearly that thing's almost cleared the polygon. That's Highway 1, Georgia Highway 140. It's now well east southeast of 75. But right where you see that shield right there for 75, it passed right over where that, again, strongest part of that storm is and moved on through. Again, I'm going to hold here. Okay, they just expired that. We'll see if there's any extension of that coming up. Going back to the broad overview of our entire viewing area, most everybody is out of the warnings. The only exception being far southern Gilmer, far southeastern Gordon, and far southeastern Floyd. So this polygon here, probably the top of the hour, I think to 8, not 8:15 Eastern. But it'll take it that long to clear past Canton. That's a long way. But wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour possible as that moves to the east-southeast. But again, where that rotation was, with that potential storm near Calhoun is well southeast, moving more into Bartow County. So that tornado warning for that part of Gordon County is over. So most of our viewing area things are improving quite a bit. Ella J, you're not under this severe thunderstorm warning, but in Ella J, you're going to get heavy rain, strong wind gusts because of the mountainous terrain. You get some pockets of stronger gusts, so be aware of that. Moving around 76 and Highway 2. Same thing in Fannin County, Morganton over the Blue Ridge, heavy rain, lightning. Same thing in Polk County and Cherokee County, though not severe. And Tellico Plains to 10 Mile, Athens, Sweetwater, again, not severe. Let me show you our future track model real quickly. And Bill Race will keep you updated on this the rest of the night, folks. Here's our future track going through the night. There are storms to the west, and I'll show you those coming up in a minute. But we're going to see some of those move in from the west. So we still got a chance for showers and storms coming in to about midnight. Okay. I'm backing this up. There'll be a few more coming in from the west and southwest. I don't think there's been a lot of warnings along that line, and I'll show you that as well. But sorry, I'm changing graphics here real quick. Got the wrong graphic here. Live TV. Here we go. These are the areas still under severe thunderstorm watch until midnight. Okay. And what we're watching is back to the west. There are a few severe thunderstorm warnings along that line. And we'll keep an eye on this. Most of this appears to be moving more in an east-southeasterly movement. Or this way, but we'll keep an eye on that for later this evening. This appears to be more toward the 10, 11 o'clock hour later on tonight. And Bill's going to be here. Bill Race will be here. He'll keep you updated on that. But at least for this round that we've had, okay? For this round we've had, most of this is pushing out of our viewing area as far as the severe storms. Yeah, the worst part of that is starting to move out of Gordon County near Calhoun to Ranger. Okay. Gilmer County, LJ, not under a warning, but it's still, raining and lightning. Same thing in Polk and Cherokee. I don't want to leave y'all out, but again, rain, lightning, your main threats to Athens and 10 Mile, Spring City. This is all moving away, not severe. All right, folks. So we're going to wrap up this coverage for now. Bill's tracking this for you on air. We'll have more updates streaming and on air coming up throughout the evening hours. Okay. For the most part, this is starting to trend out where the severe part is out of southern Gordon and southern parts of Gilmer County within the next 45 minutes. All right. But Calhoun, it is trending away from Calhoun now. A lot of lightning still, but it's starting to trend away. We're going to end this stream for now. Thanks for watching this early evening. Bill's still covering this on air. He will be doing some streaming as well throughout the rest of the evening. Stay safe tonight, and we'll have more updates when needed tonight, as Bill's doing, and throughout the rest of the holiday weekend. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Again, stay safe.